Hello, my name is Tim Cleaver. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're listening to a song by a band called Coil, called Panic. So I've never listened to Coil before. I may have heard a song or a riff in any social situation or anywhere, but or a radio jingle. I doubt there'd be in a radio jingle, Joe, but yeah, I've never listened to Coil before. I've heard some good things about them. Yes, welcome to my channel. My name is Tim Cleaver. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Let's look up some info on Coil here. Coil were an English experimental music group formed in 1982 in London and dissolved in 2005, so they had a pretty good run. Initially envisioned as a solo project by musician John Balance of the band Psychic TV, another band I never have listened to, Coil evolved into a full-time project with the addition of his partner and Psychic TV bandmate Peter Christopherson, formerly of pioneering industrial music group Throbbing Gristle. Okay, I've listened to some Throbbing Gristle before. Hamburger Lady? That was nice. Very nice. It's unsettling, but intriguing. Coil's work explored themes related to the occult, sexuality, alchemy, and drugs while influencing genres such as gothic rock, neo-folk, and dark ambient. All those things are good. AllMusic called the group one of the most beloved mythologized groups to emerge from the British post-industrial scene. Nice. So I'm reading this just to like refamiliarize myself, and if you, the viewer, haven't checked out the history, this saves you a click to Wikipedia. Yeah, let's check out their discography. First album that this song is from, Scatology, is the debut studio album by English experimental music group Coil. It was recorded at various studios in London during 1984 and produced by the band along with G.J. Thirlwell. J.G. Excuse me, that's the name. J.G. initials. Thirlwell. That's an interesting name. The album features a prominent appearance of Stephen Thrower, who subsequently became Coil's official member since their next studio album, Horse Rotovator. Despite its title, the album focuses on alchemy, mainly an idea of turning base matter into gold. That's very profitable. I like that. The record contains a wide array of cultural references, including personnel such as Marquis de Sade, Alfred Jarry, you never heard that name before, Salvador Dali, Charles Manson, and others. So the album cover is different here. I'm going to put, I guess, an overdub of the actual album cover here. So maybe this is like a compilation. Looks Russian, and I don't speak or read Russian, so I don't know. So Scatology was first released in 1985 with the 1984 copyright date on LP by Force and Form and K422, Some Bizarre Records sublabel. And reissued blah blah blah. Well, let's read the rest of the paragraph. There's not a lot of lines. Reissued by Force and Form in 1988 on CD and later by Threshold House in 2001. Scatology's sole single features the extended remix of Panic with the cover version of Tainted Love on its B-side. Nice. That's a pretty popular song to cover. Mainly positively received by critics, Scatology is considered to be one of Coil's essential releases and moreover of 1980s industrial scene. Okay, so this song, Panic, is the second track, and they said main single. Let's check out more of influences and legacy. This is a thorough, not just a review and reaction, but a history lesson of the band. Although Coil expressed interest in many musical groups, they rarely, if ever, claimed to be influenced by them. Coil explicitly stated the influence of such non-musical sources as William Burroughs, Aleister Crowley, Brian Gysin, and Austin Spare. Furthermore, the group were friends with Burroughs and owned some of Spare's original artwork. Cool. Yeah, I see the Rite of Spring pop up on Instagram, not Instagram, but Wikipedia there too. Okay, yeah, well, we could continue reading, but I don't want to. I want to listen to the song. And yeah, I've heard the name Coil, just like what I listened to them in the first place is I think it was just like tracing the history of like the band Neurosis back to like the pre-industrial bands like Coil and maybe like Bauhaus and all those like early punk bands that weren't the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, and the Clash, and Iggy Pop. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. This is a fresh listen. This is Coil, and there's an egg on the cover. It's kind of like the not physical, good Presence by Led Zeppelin. This is a fresh, very fresh out of the oven. Fresh listen. This is Coil, Panic. Oh man. Yeah, I want like a strobe light, like flashing blue and purple. And I want to wear all leather. That bass. That fucking goes hard. Holy shit, that's awesome. I always like that about music. This sound is familiar yet new and interesting at the same time. It's like the extra stuff going on around it, like the sound effects and the atmosphere and the tone of the instruments. It just sounds very, there's no other word to describe it but industrial. Like it sounds like fucking oil drums and railroad tracks and like saws and shit. And like banging on hammers, crap like that. Amazing. Oh man. Fuck, this is so much better than like the Sex Pistols. Because the first thing that popped in my mind was Johnny Rotten's voice. The voice sounds very similar to Johnny Rotten. It's just so much more musically interesting. Not that I went into it like looking to compare it to the Sex Pistols, but it's just like instantly the voice reminded me of Johnny Rotten. Let's go back a little bit before the vocals kick in. I don't know, man. It's good. Oh man, that's so good. It's so good. It sounds like they're just like they're standing on rooftops in like New York City, and there's like steam and smoke everywhere. Just a bunch of like red lights, like reflecting off the surfaces because it had just rained, and you see like all the skyscrapers and the tall buildings. New York City, Panic. I don't even think they're from New York City. Anyway, that's the image I get in my mind. And yeah, tell me what image you get in your mind when you listen to Coil, especially this song. This song is cool. I like it. Coil, Panic. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like those sound effects. It sounds like the traffic. That's what it sounds like. Just like cars swerving and fucking... Oh my god. Coil, Panic. I like it when the drums play that. Like, it's obviously programmed drums because it has the same velocity. Just like the... Let's go back a little bit. And before we get to that, man, it just sounds like with those stabs, bow, bow. It sounds like a sitcom theme or something from the 80s. It's kind of hard to tell if it's in 4/4 as well. It sounds like probably is, but it feels like there's an extra beat somewhere or an extra 2 beats. But it has a steady pulse, like bow, bow. Shit, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like Atlas Shrugged. I haven't finished reading that book yet. I have tried to start it like probably 4 times now, but that's what it sounds like. The beginning of Atlas Shrugged and like the whole atmosphere so far. Excuse me. This is Coil, Panic. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it just sounds like BioShock or something. Holy crap. And this is just one song from the album. Please, in the comments, let me know if they have like slower songs, like more atmospheric songs, perhaps. But this is heavy atmospheric already. Yeah, just like fog and steam everywhere. Like the beginning of Batman, starring Michael Keaton. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Where Adam, no, not Adam West. That's the actor, Batman, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, he's like him and his parents are coming home from the theater, get into the car, and for some reason they decide to walk through the sketchiest alley there ever was, and his parents get murdered over a necklace or something. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. Coil, Panic. If I look closely at that egg in the middle, it almost does look like it has the like the rings of Jupiter or Saturn. Almost. I may need to change my contacts though. This is Coil, Panic. Okay, so I'm trying to like see what there is musically, like all the different layers. So there's the percussion, the vocals, the bass, and it sounds like there's a second bass, and there's like sound effects, which all sound like different tracks. Yeah, great production. Great production as well. Holy crap. Yeah, because the bass is really the only melodic thing. And when an instrument is like the only melodic thing, then it really has to stand out. Otherwise, what's the use? Then it's just like a purely rhythmic song. Or part of a song. Man, I could speak about music for hours. Feels like it's reaching a crescendo, a climax. Holy crap, what a ride that was, man. Oh man, what a song that was. Coil. Wow. I wasn't expecting such tight production too. I thought it'd sound a bit more dated. Like the very like Joy Division or something. Because Joy Division certainly sounds from that time, but what is this, 1984? Okay, so like I'm thinking right away, the Van Halen album, 1984. Uh, totally like unrelated musically, but and yeah, like that's a very well produced album and such. So is this. So is this Panic? So how many people in the band? Was it two? I want to go back and check out that Wikipedia article. Okay, let's check out past members. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so pretty standard for like any rock band from the times. John Balance, Peter Christopherson, Stephen Thrower, Danny Hyde, Drew McDowell, William Breeze, Thigh Paul Sandra, that's a cool name, one word, and Osian Brown. Nice. Yeah, so this was their first album, the second track from the first album, the first single from their first album. I think they were a band, so that means they broke up or they disbanded or something. And I think their most recent album, like their last one, is still pretty recent, like in the 2000s at least. It'd be cool to hear how they evolved, and just that's very much one thing. One of the top things I enjoy about any band and music is that it's not just the music you get attached to, but the people in the band, and you kind of like see how the music evolved and changed with the people in the band. And yeah, so it'd be cool to like just check out stuff from their last album. Yeah, if anybody in the comments could please let me know, like what's a good song from their last album. What's their hit also? What's their hit, and what's their fan favorite? And like I asked earlier, what's their like trippiest song? What's the song with the best riff or the craziest riff? Yeah, all questions are what the answers to. Holy shit, Coil. I've done a lot of these reviews over the last couple of years, and yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of songs that I didn't like, and this is just another song that goes into the do like pile. Man, great. Yeah, please, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I was Coil. Panic.